Welcome to Korby's Book Club, where I tell you about books that I've read that I think you might enjoy.
She was a book nerd, she had blonde hair.
Well, it's a new year, so I felt like I should really dig down deep and find something special. Once in a while, you come across a book that so captures your imagination, the characters, the perspective, the language, that you find yourself thinking about it long after you've put it away. Out of Africa by Karen Blixen is one of those books. In 1914, at the age of 28, Blixen moved with her new husband to Kenya to begin a new life as an African settler. After trying a few ideas, she and her husband decided to grow coffee. So they bought a small farm and later a larger farm in the Ngong hills outside of Nairobi. The couple separated and ultimately divorced, but Blixen stayed on at that house for the next 17 years. The farm at Ngong Hills was the setting for the stories that make up Out of Africa. The overlapping stories here are the product of a sympathetic outsider looking upon a beloved place, trying to give a sense of its flavor to the folks back home. I liked Out of Africa because I like writing that intoxicates. And I love a mind that puts itself to new experiences like a knife to a whetstone. It's obvious that for Blixen, Africa was a great romance, fraught with perils, surprises, and moments of breathtaking beauty. She describes a herd of elephants as pacing along as though they had an appointment at the end of the world. Obviously, Blixen was a member of the Danish aristocracy, was a white European settling in an African nation during a time when colonialism was setting its claws around the world. And Out of Africa should be read in that context. Does the fact that she was white and employed African nationals erode the merit of her writing? I didn't feel that way, but I think that you should read the book and find out for yourself. For me, it seemed like she truly loved Africa and the people with whom she lived and worked. If her purpose in writing Out of Africa was to inflict a similar intoxication on her reader, well, in my case, she succeeded. The word of the week is confound, which means to mix up something with something else so that the individual elements become difficult to distinguish. I'm going to use it in a sentence. I'm trying a new thing where I just read a passage from whatever book. So this is something I liked in Out of Africa. Sometimes on a safari or on the farm in a moment of extreme tension, I have met the eyes of my native companions and have felt that we were at a great distance from one another and that they were wondering at my apprehension of our risk. It made me reflect that perhaps they were, in life itself, within their own element, such as we can never be, like fishes in deep water, which for the life of them cannot understand our fear of drowning. This assurance, this art of swimming they had, I thought, because they had preserved a knowledge that was lost to us by our first parents. Africa, amongst the continents, will teach it to you, that God and the devil are one, the majesty co-eternal, not two uncreated, but one uncreated, and the natives neither confound the persons nor divide the substance. That's all for Korby's Book Club. We'll see you next time.
She was a book nerd, she had blonde hair with a paperback in her back.